start with working with the text. Exercise A is complete the following sentences. First is the banyan tree did not belong to grandfather but only to the boy because the answer is the old man was not strong enough to climb it. Let's see the second question. The small grey squirrel became friendly when it found that the boy carried no catapult or air gun in his hand. Third is when the boy started to bring him pieces of cake and biscuit, the squirrel became bold enough to take pieces of food from his hand. Fourth is in the spring the banyan tree dash and dash would come there. The answer is in the spring season the banyan tree was full of small red figs and birds of all kinds would come there. Fifth is the banyan tree served the boy as a reading room where he had made a rough platform to sit and read books. Sixth is the young boy spent his afternoons in the tree, leaning against the tree, reading story books. Let's start part B. Answer the following questions. First is it was to be a battle of champions. What qualities did the two champions have? Pick out words and phrases from the paragraph above this line in the text and write them down. Mongoose and cobra. So mongoose qualities are a great fighter, very clever and swift, made calculated move. And cobra's qualities are skilled and experienced champion fighter, had a broad hood and poisonous teeth, and swift in speed and attack. The second part of the first question is what did the cobra and the mongoose do to show their readiness for the fight? So the answer is to show its readiness for the fight, the cobra hissed and darted its forked tongue in and out. It raised its body off the ground and spread its broad and spectacled hood. On the other hand, the mongoose's long hair stood up and its tail bushed up to show the readiness for the fight. Question number 2 is who were the other two spectators? What did they do? Did they watch or did they join in the fight? So the answer is the two other spectators were a jungle crow and a manna. They settled on a cactus to watch the outcome. But they did not just watch, they tried to join the fight by hurling themselves at the cobra. The third question is read the descriptions below of what the snake did and what the mongoose did. Arrange their actions in the proper order. So let's see the proper order of these descriptions. So here is the proper order. For snake it is tried to mesmerize the mongoose, struck on the side that the mongoose pretended to attack, struck again and missed, struck the crow, coiled itself around the mongoose, ceased to struggle. And for mongoose, it refused to look into the snake's eyes, pretended to attack the cobra on one side, sprang aside, jumped in and bit, darted away and bit the cobra on the back, grabbed the snake by the snout, dragged the snake into the bushes. Question number 4 is what happened to the crow in the end? Let's see the answer. In the end, the crow was flung nearly 20 feet across the garden by a blow from the cobra's snout. The crow fluttered about for a while and then lay still. The second part of question number 4 is what did the manna do finally? When the manna saw the fate of the crow, it decided not to interfere in the fight again. After the fight was over, the manna hopped about from a safe distance and with a shrill cry of congratulation flew away. Now let's start with working with language. Part A is the word round usually means a kind of shape. What is its meaning in the story? So, in this story, the meaning of this word round is the second course of fight. Second is find 5 words in the following paragraph which are generally associated with trees, but here they have been used differently. Underline the words. This is the paragraph. Hari leaves for work at 9 every morning. He works in the local branch of the firm of which his uncle is the owner. Hari's success is really the fruit of his own labor. He is happy, but he has a small problem. The root cause of his problem is a stray dog near his office. The dog welcomes Hari with a loud bark every day. So, those 5 words which are generally associated with trees but here they have been used differently are leaves, branch, fruit, root, and bark. This is exercise B. The words in the box are all words that describe movement. Use them to fill in the blanks in the sentences below. The first is when he began to trust me, the squirrel began dash into my pockets for morsels of cake. The answer is delving. Second is I saw a cobra dash out of a clump of cactus. The answer is gliding. Third is the snake hissed his forked tongue dash in and out, darting in and out. Fourth is when the cobra tried to bite it, the mongoose dash aside. The answer is sprang aside. Fifth is the snake dash his head dash to strike at the crow. The answer is whipped his head back to strike at the crow. Sixth is the birds dash at the snake. The answer is dived at the snake. Part C is find words in the story which show things striking violently against each other. First is the cobra struck the crow, his snout dashed against its body. The answer is thudding against its body. The crow and the manna dash in mid-air, collided. Third is the birds dived at the snake but dash into each other instead. Answer is bumped. Let's see part D. Look at these sentences. In the spring, birds of all kinds would flock into the banyan tree's branches. I would spend the afternoons there. Grandfather at 65 could no longer climb the banyan tree. I could hide myself in its branches. I could look down through the leaves at the word below. I could read there. Now, in these sentences, would tells us what the author used to do or what used to happen, and could tells us what the author was usually able to do or grandfather is now not able to do. Now, what we have to do is choose would and could to replace the italicized words in the following sentences. Here are the answers. And these are the answers of speaking parts. This is answer number 1, answer number 2, answer number 3. This is answer number 4 and this is answer number 5. That's all about the book exercise of Unit 10, The Banyan Tree.